All right, so I've had this issue over the years that I never really found a good fix for, which is whenever I go to do a gig or a drum clinic, drum festival, drum camp, any sort of event really where I want to bring my monitoring gear and laptop and all that little small kind of extra stuff that doesn't really go in your drum cases. Whenever I go to do that, I've never really had a good bag or a good case or anything like that to bring everything with me. So here's what I've been using over the years, which is some sort of I think it's originally supposed to be for carrying like lights and cables and stuff. I got it cheap online like 8 years ago, and I've been using it since then. Not ideal because this doesn't have any extra compartments or any structure really. So I would just kind of throw my laptop in the bottom, pad it with some stuff, and just kind of throw everything mumble jumbled on top, and then just pray that nothing breaks. And it's been working. It's not ideal, but it's been working. But I've been really wanting to have a better solution for that whole kind of thing. But luckily for me, I've been able to team up with the great guys at Sweetwater Sound and at Gator cases to get myself one of these. And it's quite heavy now because it has all my stuff in it, which I'm going to show you guys soon. But this is a really cool backpack slash, you can put it over your shoulder. It has a retractable or extendable handle and wheel so you can carry it behind you. Really cool backpack, bag, case, whatever you want to call it, by Gator. So this video is going to be sort of a combined review of this bag and also a rig rundown to show you guys all the stuff that I use whenever I go to perform at one of these events. And basically all the gear that I'm carrying with me in this. And originally this bag is sort of intended for DJs, but because of that, it has all these great, extra compartments and features and, versatility to it that it's perfect for something like what I was looking for, like a versatile all-around bag where you can put all your stuff that you don't really know where else to put, but it's really important that you have it all with you, and it's important that nothing breaks and everything is, conveniently stashed in a secure and convenient way. So let's switch the camera over and we'll dive into this bag right now. Okay, so let's start with the main features of this bag. And as I said, it's sort of like a combination of a backpack and a trolley. Like there's a lot of different ways that you can carry this. So I'll flip it around, show you the back side here. You can see we have the backpack straps. You also have a shoulder strap if you want to carry it over one shoulder. Mine is pretty heavy because I have a lot of stuff in it. So most of the time I just use the trolley system. So you can extend this handle right here to turn it into a trolley, and then you have your wheels and your base down here at the bottom. And what's pretty cool is this base is actually detachable from the bag itself. So let's say you have another smaller bag that you want to carry with you as well. You can fit that in between the base and the main bag. You do that by just taking off this Velcro in here, and that allows you to then slide this apart. So again, a smaller bag could go in here, the weight of the main bag holds it down, and as you pull it around, very convenient way to bring some extra stuff with you if this bag doesn't have all the space that you need. So let's put this back, reset the Velcro in here, and now if I were to carry it just like that, then the base stays put, otherwise the base will obviously fall out. So very cool, a lot of ways you can carry it. Again, my favorite way is just to use it as a trolley with the wheels. And if you wanted to fly with this bag, I believe, I haven't done that myself yet since I got it, but I believe the dimensions allow you to carry it as a carry-on rather than having to check it in. So that's a really useful feature as well. Now, let's get into all the stuff that I have in here, which is quite a bit. So we'll start from the top. I'll just go through them quickly. If you have any questions about the gear itself, I won't talk too much about the specific gear. I'll just kind of show you what they are and briefly what I use them for. But if you have any questions on any setup questions or how any of this works or what settings I use or something like that, just hit me up with a comment below and I will get to helping you there instead of making this like a 20-minute thing. So first things first. Vivo barefoot shoes. These are really cool. So they are a little bit broader up here, and they're so-called barefoot shoes. So they're super flexible. You can really like squeeze. They're basically like a reinforced sock. They feel incredible to play drums in. I like these a lot. I usually play with Vans or something like that otherwise, but these are great drumming shoes. So they go with me basically everywhere. Then getting into here, we have a main sort of bigger compartment, and this goes all the way down. We have a main compartment and a smaller compartment here. So in the smaller compartment, I have my laptop, where I have Cubase and all my tracks and everything, and click track and all of that loaded into there. I also have my sticks, signature sticks actually, with Meinl stick and brush. So if you guys didn't know about that already, now you know. I have a signature model since April this year with Meinl stick and brush. I'll show you a little look at that. Let's see if I can, yeah. maybe you can see. These are really cool. I won't talk too much about them right now, but if you want to check out my signature sticks, you can do that. So then up here you can see we also have a cool feature where you can actually stack even more stuff on top of this before closing the lid up top, because you have this sort of extendable perimeter going around it. It goes up like that. So put even more things up top here. I actually put my shoes inside, but I could put them up here and then just close the lid on top if I wanted to do that. So there's even more space than what I'm actually using here. I believe that's everything I had in that sort of laptop compartment. Getting into the main compartment, we have some gaff tape. You never know when you might need it. It usually comes in handy at some point. Then we have a power cable, just an extension power cable. You never know when you're on stage, a clinic or something, where the closest power supply is. So it's very useful to be able to pull yourself some power when you need to without having to ask anyone. And you'll see this is sort of a theme with the things that I carry with me for this. I don't want to have to bother other people and like, hey, could you get me this thing, or could you adjust my in-ear monitoring so and so. I want to be able to just take care of that stuff myself, just because it's more convenient and also generally is faster and less bothersome for everyone involved. So speaking of that, we have a Yamaha EAD10. This is one of those things that I won't get into how it works or all the features, because I'll be spending all day talking about it if I did. If you know, you know. Otherwise, check out the Yamaha EAD10. This is a fantastic monitoring tool that I bring with me everywhere. This basically allows me, together with the other parts of it, allows me to have the same drum sound in my ears wherever I go, whenever, and it's super quick and convenient for me to adjust without having to go, hey, can I get some more bass drum in my in-ears? You know, that whole thing. So it allows me to just do everything by myself very quickly and very sort of consistently. Then we have, speaking of power supply, an extra power supplies right here, so I can have all my equipment, Yamaha, audio interface, laptop, phone charger, all of that stuff right next to me. There are a few more things in here. We have in-ears, Sound and Communication. It's a Swedish brand, custom molded in-ears right here with an extension cable for those as well. These also go with me basically everywhere. Good on flights too, if you guys have custom molded in-ears, because they shut everything out, so it's perfect for going on a flight and just, getting some rest. This is a pretty cool thing. This is a Kai, I guess, a Kai LPD8. It's a MIDI controller, right? So I have the cable to it somewhere here as well, where you plug it into your computer, and then I've set it up in Cubase. So instead of having to, use the tiny little touchpad in the dark and, adjust my tracks or whatever in Cubase, I can just use this, to skip to next track and start, stop, and adjust my volumes and everything. Very, very convenient for not having to fiddle in the dark with your laptop. Touch the little touch controller is terrible anyway. So this is very, very, very useful. And finally, I believe, in this main compartment, I can stick my entire arm in here. It's pretty deep. Audio interface. This is a Focusrite 6i6. I don't believe they make these anymore, but they make the 4i4 now, which would be a similar sort of solution. Basically just a simple audio interface that has the feature, it comes with a software that has the feature that allows me to split, music only into one output and then music and click into one output. So I will send through one of the headphone jacks into the EAD10 the music that I'm playing to and the click tracks for myself, and then out the back goes only the music to the front of house. So audio interface, and then that's it for the main compartments. Now you can see laptop compartment, main, super deep, very spacious compartment right here. We'll close it up and then go into the smaller ones to wrap it up. I guess let's start from the side. Again, this is one here that I don't use, but we have this one. Right here I have hearing protection. These are also custom molded, but these are, without the cables and everything, so just regular minus 15 decibels or something like that. Very useful to have around you if you want to just, for whatever reason, someone else is sound checking or something, you want to plug your ears and not have a cable follow you around. These come in handy as well. Laptop charger, nothing crazy, not much to say about that. And that's everything for that one. Going to the other side, this is considerably lighter now. Going to the other side, we have some sort of hardware stuff, which I will explain. So this is for attaching the EAD10 to my laptop, to my hi-hat stand. So it's right underneath the hi-hat without needing any extra stand or something to put, or a table or something to put it on. It has this attachment at the bottom you can just, connect to your hi-hat stand. So this is just a cheap, no-name sort of multi-clamp for that. So that attaches the EAD to the hi-hat. And then we also have a Meinl stick holder. You never know when you might drop your stick on stage, so I always have this also, attached to the hi-hat stand. Put an extra pair of sticks, which is also why I always carry at least 2 pairs. Put an extra pair there. If you drop a stick, just pull up a new one. You're good to go. You don't have to, get down on the floor and search for your missing stick. That was everything on that side. So now we only have 3 compartments left. We have the 2 tiny ones here up front, and this is just continued, cables. Nothing too interesting. This is the power supply for the audio interface. That's the only thing in there. So there's even more space. I could fit more stuff in here if I wanted to, but I already have so many things with me. You can see there's a lot of space in this thing. Power supply for the EAD10, the Yamaha EAD10. So those are now empty, and then we get to the final compartment down here, which is pretty sizable actually, because it has several smaller components, compartments inside. You have like pen holders and all kinds of things in here. So I guess let's start here. This is just an aux cable. This is an aux cable, again, for sending from the headphone jack in the audio interface to the EAD10, just to get my music and click from the computer into the EAD10, which I then plug my headphones into. For that, I need an aux cable, so this is that. Then we have, this is the cable for the MIDI controller, cable for the USB cable for the audio interface, and then some, I guess, surgical tape or whatever you want to call this, to wrap around your fingers if you get blisters or something. It's very useful. It's come in handy a lot of times, saving me from having to, make my blisters feel even more terrible whenever you have those. This is a really quick fix, so I always carry this with me. Then, only 2 compartments left. We have the microphone attachment for the Yamaha EAD10, which you put on your bass drum, and that sends everything to the EAD. And it sends it via this cable, this combined cable right here. And then finally, the last compartment, we have, this is business cards. You never know when you might need to hand out some business cards. And not 1, not 2, but 3 different drum keys, because they keep, you keep losing them. That's one part of it. And also sometimes you need to get to a sort of tricky angles. You might need one of these, like the angled ones that also has an extra thing at the other side. And then if you want to change heads quickly or something like that, I like to have 2 sort of heavier, bigger keys that are sort of similar. So we have a regular sort of Tama key and then a Meinl key, which actually has my name on it. It was a gift from Meinl. Really, really cool. And yeah, that is it. So as you can see, this bag has so much space for all these smaller little things, and a ton of space in the main compartment for the bigger, more sizable, heavy stuff as well. And it can carry a lot of weight. Again, I've only had this for a few weeks, so I can't speak too much on the durability of it, but I read some reviews and stuff ahead of time, and it seems like Gator in general with their cases, they last a long time. So I'm not worried about this breaking anytime soon. I imagine this will serve me for many years to come. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to get your hands on this bag for yourself, make sure to hit up the link in the description or in the pinned comment below to get a really, really good deal on it at sweetwater.com. And a huge, huge thank you to Sweetwater Sound and Gator Cases for sending me this bag and for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it a lot, and I will be using this bag for years to come. The old one is already out the window. This is it for me, just perfect for what I needed. So thanks again for that. If you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.